We've got a doozy of a topic now, ladies and gents. Everyone remember Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power?
Yeah, that
Anyone
was
remember?
yeah, it was a failed experiment by Amazon Studios.
That was a thing, wasn't it? Where they commit to like 5 seasons of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well, that thing
yeah.
had like record-breaking opening views, didn't it? According to Amazon.
Sure.
A record-breaking
Apparently.
number of people checked out too.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. This is actually what we're going to be talking about. So,
Oh, wow.
Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power viewership data reveals that most viewers didn't bother finishing it.
Nope.
Wow.
Like less than 40%.
Pretty hilarious,
Well,
actually.
Can I suggest we raise our hands if we're surprised?
Oh God, no! Like no one's surprised. Come on now, behave. Don't even suggest that. It's not surprising at all. This was a slog to get through. This was a real slog. I mean, I got through it because obviously I was reviewing it, and yeah, but oh goodness me, what a terrible show it really was. And it's funny as well because when they finished up, there were people like jumping ship. So the guy who played Adar, great actor, the only good thing in the show because he put in a good performance, you know, somewhat compelling, I guess, to a degree. He was like, "Nah, I'm out, mate. I'm done. Get someone new."
Wow.
Oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, apparently they lost a huge amount of viewers as the season progressed, which we kind of knew anyway, but this is just confirming it. And it's also from the trades now as well. So, you know, I covered this way back when I was like, it progressively dropped off every single week. People dropped off every single week until you got to the end, and they were down by X, Y, and Z amount of people. But now the Hollywood Reporter is reporting on it, which is huge, absolutely huge. And you've got to remember, like, some of this stuff we report on months ahead of time.
Yep.
And then the mainstream media will talk about it or they won't. And it's the things which they choose not to talk about, which is always quite revealing because obviously it tells you where, you know, their sort of vested interests lie. But the Hollywood Reporter talking about this is a pretty big thing, I think, personally. So Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power is meant to be Amazon Prime Video's Game of Thrones beta, with a streamer spending enough for it to reportedly become the most expensive series ever made. Was the investment worth it? And anyone, was the investment worth it?
No.
I'm gonna go with no, Jim.
They've funnily enough, they've started putting it on. Do you guys have Kit Kats? Don't you? The little Kit Kat chocolate Nestle.
Yeah,
You know, have a
yeah.
break, have Kit Kat.
But we don't
They've
have
started,
like the fancy ones that everybody else has. We basically have the boring standard ones, and they try to shove the other ones at us, and we reject them.
Oh, they're good, man.
No, we are America. We want everything the same as the last one, as the last one, as the last one.
That's right.
Okay. Well, anyway, they've even started putting the Rings of Power as an advert alongside the Kit Kat now. So this woman like has a break, and then her whole world changes, and she's watching the final ride in with Galadriel and all.
Where she's having the organism on the horse.
Oh boy,
it's just nonsense. No, well, did you hear one of the horses died on set?
Yes, a heart attack or something like that.
Heart attack. It was. Just
it watched the dailies. I heard.
Yeah.
Well, I heard it watched the pyroclastic flow and was like,
"Oh my!"
And then yesterday they tried burning down the set.
How on earth did they survive that pyroclastic flow and then just had a heart attack from trying to figure out?
Which I'm sure you're getting to here, yeah.
So the prequel series debuted last September, which is amazing to think it was last September now. It delivered Prime Video's biggest ever debut. I X the doubt on that, ladies and gents. In what Amazon Studios boss Jennifer Salk called a very culturally defining moment for the company.
Not the way that she thinks it was, though.
However, it appears the Rings of Power quickly lost a massive number of viewers as the season progressed. So according to Hollywood Reporter, sources have told them that the show had only a 37% completion rate in the US.
Yep.
Overseas, only 45% of people finished the series, with 50% typically deemed an okay, but far from amazing result. So way below what is deemed to be an all right result. 37% completion rate in the US. Only 37% of people that started watching it finished it. That is woeful. That is absolutely woeful.
it tells you, gosh, it tells you something.
It's crap.
Yeah, but
crap
in the market, you absolutely need this to succeed in. It did not.
All of them.
Well, it's also the fact that this was given out for free on many platforms with certain things. They were giving it for free on like quite a lot of elements. That it was like, oh yeah, just take this. We'll give you freebies of this and this and this. Get that viewership up. But it's funny, isn't it? You can offer all the freebies in the world, but if the story's not engaging, you're not going to keep them on board anyway. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Tom, what do you think, bud?
I'm not surprised. And then, like I said yesterday, they tried burning the set down.
What? I did not
hear about that. Yeah.
They set it ablaze.
So one of the sets caught fire, but they were back to work an hour later. I said, "That's the bigger tragedy here."
What on earth?
How? Yeah, that was a real story. Yeah,
This is in the UK now, isn't
it? Yeah.
Where I'm so shocked. What?
Yeah, they must have been able to put it out, but nobody got hurt, which is good. But like I said, the biggest tragedy is they were able to start filming again less than an hour later. So,
oh no. Well, as well, just as an FYI, remember they've switched up the show moving forwards because they've got an all-female directing group.
Yep,
that's what it needed
because they doubled down on the stupid. Yeah,
that's what apparently. Well, this is the thing. Apparently, that's what it needed because they looked at the numbers and was like, "Well, where did we go wrong? Not enough." I don't know, not enough pussy in charge, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know where you come to that conclusion that the need is to have an all-female director. Look, FYI, it might be good, but you are minimizing your pool of talent by doing that. It's really dumb. It's very stupid.
You're cutting out a giant amount of diversity. 50% of one or the other. Anyway,
goodness me,
so bad.
So fire breaks out. Fire broke out on Monday. On the UK sets of Amazon Studios, The Lord of the Rings of Power, plumes of smoke were seen billowing at Bray Studios in Windsor, where the second season
people cheered.
Amazon Studios series is being filmed. Variety understands that an electrical fire broke out in the afternoon, local time, in a warehouse on the perimeter of the backlot. The Royal Berkshire Fire and Rescue Service responded. Filming stopped for about an hour and then quickly resumed. Neither cast nor crew had to evacuate the studio site. Film was paused as a precaution and everyone remained at Bray before returning to work. How did that happen? I mean, goodness me!
Somebody tried burning the down.
Yeah, and then that horse. That is sad.
Okay, one more bad thing happens, then that is an omen at this point. Like they need to shut this crap down. God is trying to tell you.
Or Tolkien. The ghost of Tolkien. Yes, it's unfortunate, but there's a decent chance that they were putting the horse through its paces and it didn't have blood thinners like Lasix or something like that in its system. I mean, the horse.
I would like to just think that it was old and it was its time, but culture's probably right.
Yeah, I just sometimes sometimes as the horses are being overly trained, they need to have blood thinners so that they don't end up with cardiac arrest. So.
Yeah, it's a shame about that. It is a shame. Look, this is not a surprise that everyone checked out. 37%, I think, is the surprise. Like, just because the figures they were quoting were like 25 million viewers or something like that. Something nonsensical. It was absolutely huge. And then they're just like 37% of people stayed on board. In the US. I mean, that's awful.
I can't even imagine people finishing that show. I know you did, Nate, but I mean,
I had to, didn't I? I mean, it's what I do.
I mean, I was on a show that wanted me to watch it. I got to the third episode and nobody was interested in covering it anymore. It was just like, ugh.
I was a train wreck. It was fun for me as a train wreck thing because I was just like, where are they going to go with this crap? So each episode. Yeah, each review was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And by the end, you're just like, oh my God. And I wanted it to be good to a degree. I never was going to be.
Right.
But, I don't want to waste my time on these things. I don't want to sit there and waste my time. I'd rather, it's like a movie, I'd rather go to a movie and it be good. Even if everyone else thinks it's shit, I would rather enjoy that experience. Of course I would. Why would I want to waste my time? So I had like some mild optimism. I'm like, oh, I'd love this to be good, but every single week it was bad. It was just the worst thing. Stuff going nowhere. Weird cinematography, cheap looking armor. It was just the worst thing. God, bloody 5 seasons of this crap as well. Not good. Good for content. Not good for my sanity.
Yeah, your psyche. Yeah.
Well, look, guys, you're gonna have to watch it.
Part of this, I never finished the first season.
What?
Well, that's fine. You're not missing anything, so you just have to get started with the second season.
All right. Did you decide to watch season 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because of this, mate. We're gonna have to talk about it.
All right.
I have this problem, you see, whenever something comes on my TV like that I don't like, eventually I find myself watching something else.
Yeah, no, I can't blame you there. Can't blame you there.
I'll give it a go. Why are you doing this to us?
Because the people demand it. The people would enjoy it. Okay, they would enjoy your pain, your torture.
My suffering. Okay.
Exactly. The sweet suffering.